So make sure you go to our website and check it out, and we have some really exciting information at the very end of the blog as well. And even though you think you don't have money or things like that, we will give you some options that are actually pretty good. Taking a trip is a life goal of yours. Make sure you're very intentional about it. Write it down. Use our life audit tool. We're going to reveal to you some really amazing ways that you can plan a trip and how you can build up to bigger trips.
I felt your heartbeat, felt your mouth breathe, but it's not real. We were close to see the sun, but clouds got in our way, and
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I hope you're all doing well today. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. We're so glad to have you here. So today, as you can see, in between this entire vlog, we have some really incredible ways that you can travel even if you don't have any funding. So make sure that you're listening through the whole vlog so that you don't miss that, because it's huge. We're gonna talk about how to travel on a budget. A lot of people do not know, or maybe sometimes when people do certain videos or vlogs or blogs, they focus on only a particular area. So we want to make sure that we provide you with a lot of information that will be so helpful to you no matter where you go around the world. As you guys know, I have kids, so I'm so sorry if you, as you can see, they want to present with me. So we wanted to make sure that we provide you all with a lot of information that is very helpful to you. So I hope a lot of you guys benefit from a lot of the information that we're going to provide in this video. Now, before we get started, let me just say that we have a lot of information detailed, and you'll find that blog in www.parentsofdragons.com. So make sure you go to our website and check it out, and we have some really exciting information at the very end of the blog, so make sure you take a moment to look at that as well. Anyway, let's get started. So a lot of people out there, sometimes just imagine you're scrolling through Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, and you're seeing a lot of images and people enjoying time out and people going on vacations, or hoping, you're looking at all those images, you feel a little bit of jealousy, but just don't feel that. Shed those feelings, let them go, because we're going to help you find ways that you can travel. Iggy is going to provide his take. He has some advice about how to travel, so make sure you tune in for the next couple of videos. Let's get started. So yes, so you look at Instagram, you look at Facebook, you look at YouTube, and you see people travel all over the place, but a lot of them, I think what people are missing is that you just need to take a moment, breathe, and then also plan, right? If you fail to plan, then plan to fail. Start small, okay? Don't think, oh, I want to travel to the other end of the world. You can build up to that, and you need to be, one of the first things we tell people is humble yourself and also have some goals. Have you guys even tried using our life tool, our life audit tool? That tool will help you look at where you've been in the past in your life, and help you look at the next year and maybe the next couple of years, and see how you can plan to make your goals become a reality. So, and we break down the life tool into categories, and you have to look and analyze each and every category in there. So make sure you do that. Add taking a trip as one of the goals, whether you can do it within a year, within 2 years. A year is not far away, 2 years is not far away, trust me. So make sure that you are going to our website, www.parentsofdragons.com. Make sure you download our life tool. You'll find it also in the article of how to travel on a budget. And this vlog is about how you can travel on any budget, right? And we have been so blessed to see some amazing places. Yes, we've had a lot of worldwide experiences, but we love local experiences as well. No matter what country we're in, we love to get into the car and drive, because guys, that's how you really get to experience a place. That's how you really get to see it, by driving, by watching the scenery, by walking, by taking local transportation. So make sure that that's something that you're thinking about as you're planning your trip. So if taking a trip is a life goal of yours, make sure you're very intentional about it. Write it down. Use our life audit tool. Write everything down, and make sure that you're checking on yourself. Maybe get an accountability buddy. Maybe that's something that will be helpful to you. Somebody who can check in on a weekly basis, on a bi-weekly basis, on a monthly basis, on maybe every 2 or 3 months, to make sure that you're working towards your goal. Guys, you shouldn't even matter like how little you think you should start with. That's how you start. I don't care if you're putting $5 a week or 100 shillings a week, or whatever small amount it is in your currency wherever you are around the world. But you have to start small. You have to humble yourself, and especially if you don't have a lot of funds to just put towards your goal, you have to be able to plan for it. So we're going to reveal to you some really amazing ways that you can plan a trip, and how you can build up to bigger trips and wonderful experiences. And we're going to do it all starting now. So the first thing that you have to do, as I mentioned, is to use our life tool to really plan your goal, your trip goal. Add it in there, your life audit tool. And the second thing that you have to do is decide on the time frame, right? When do you want to take the trip? Is it in a year's time, in 2 years' time? That's very important, and you have to be realistic. And the way to be realistic is to realize that you need to set some SMART goals, right? SMART means specific, means it's measurable, it means it's attainable, it is realistic or relevant, and it's time bound, right? So make sure you apply that a technique to your trip goal, and that you're doing something, that you're not setting yourself up for failure. You do not want to do that. And we'll outline ways before you even think, oh, I will never have the money to do it. Just hang on. We will show you amazing ways that you can get to take a trip, okay? So just hang on. Even though you think you don't have money or things like that, we will give you some options that are actually pretty good. So make sure you listen till the end of the video, and so that we can outline different options for you, especially if you're someone who feels like you don't have a lot of money, maybe you don't have a job, we still have options for you. So just hang on, guys, okay? Once you've done all of that, the next thing is location. Now, in regards to location, let me just tell you guys, start small, right? You keep on looking at your friends' pictures and you want to have the same experiences, but maybe some of those people have started small. Maybe they went to an attraction nearby, maybe they went to a town nearby, and then they built it up. Maybe the next town, maybe the other town, and then eventually when things were possible, they were able to get a passport, maybe save up for a visa. So you want to make sure that you're building up slowly. A lot of the vloggers out there and the bloggers are doing local trips, and they're finding amazing places and gems that you never knew existed, because they are not thinking, oh, I need to see the world in order to be considered a traveler, or I need to see the world in order to feel like I've had a travel experience. No, make sure that you start small. Just celebrate everywhere that you go, that you're able to go, and make sure that you celebrate those small victories. It is so important for you to do that. Make an effort to experience local treasures before you start planning for bigger treasures. Okay, so once you've determined the location, make sure that you determine the length of stay. So are you going for a day trip? Are you going for 2 days? Are you going for a week? Are you going for a month? Well, guys, the longer you want to stay wherever it is that you want to go, the more money you're going to need, unless you do one of the things that we're going to outline in the next couple of minutes. And there are ways to do that. Even if you don't have a lot of money or you don't have any money, we're going to outline ways that you can still take some trips. And then the next thing that you want to do is decide on a mode of transportation, right? So are you going to go by plane? Are you going to take a road trip? Are you going to take some sort of local transportation? Determine what your mode of transportation is. Guys, this is all leading up to you figuring out your budget. And if you don't have a budget, we still have ways that you can travel. So, but we're building it up in case you're someone who's thinking, okay, I need to work on my budget. I need to consider these things. So these are things that you need to consider as you're planning your trip. The next thing you want to do is to determine your budget, right? So there are a couple of ways to do this. You can use a budget estimator. There are a lot of budget estimators online. You want to do what we call the envelope system. So what we do is we have a bunch of envelopes, and you can do this also with your bank account. There are so many innovative ways. The simple Visa, I mean, there's so many online options nowadays that you can even do this virtually. Break down the sections of your trip, right? So whether it's transportation, whether it's food, whether it is lodging, miscellaneous, make sure you have an envelope or an online portion, saving portion for each of these items. So once you put money in there weekly or maybe bi-weekly, depending on how you're paid, right? And if you're paid on a monthly basis, maybe you want to push your trip a little further out, especially if you're planning a trip maybe 2 towns away or next country or so. So make sure that you're doing it gradually, right? So every time that you add money to the envelope, make sure you have the sum total. Of course, you don't need to do this if you're using the online system, or you can have somebody who's checking with you. So let's say you put in 100 shillings or $100 or $10. Guys, start small. That's how we used to do it. We start with $10, $20 a week, and that's how we build up. Okay, so you have those amounts, and then let's say at the end of the week you add $20. So you write 20, and then you write equals and the amount that you've added there and the date that you added it, right? That's a great way to do it. And always have a miscellaneous envelope for emergencies. And then the next thing that you want to do is to plan your lodging. Now you have to think about where to stay, and this is where the fun begins, because there's so many options. And guys, we have been to some amazing locations locally, some amazing locations around the world. I think one of my most favorite places is the Sheraton in Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. I have never seen a more gorgeous hotel, and it's just a gem in Ethiopia, and it's such a beautiful place, and many of you might be able to see it if you haven't seen it already. But it's just, and if you have seen it, please do comment down below and let me know how you feel about it. But it's just such a beautiful hotel, and it's in the middle of an area where when I was there, it was a number of years back, and it was, you know, there were very I guess developing areas around it, and it was like this thing that was just dropped off in the middle of Addis Ababa. And Ethiopia in general is so beautiful, and the people are so amazing and so friendly. So anyway, we've been to Egypt, the UK. There are many places around Kenya where we've been. We've been to US, done a lot of road trips in the US. So we've been so blessed, and we want to make sure that we share everything that we know with all of you. And as you know, we're providing all this information for free and on our website as well. And like I said, stay tuned, because at the end of this video, I'll be making an announcement for something really exciting that I want you guys to be a part of and you guys to have a chance to get. Anyway, so in terms of lodging, this is very important. There are 4 ways that you can do this. One of the ways is a VRBO, vacation rental by owner. This is something that we've done. We've done it with our family, parents, sisters, brothers, and then we've also done it separately with friends. We've booked some exclusive homes in the destinations that we've selected. We've been able to stay for amazing amounts, and so that's one option that I would tell you to do. And as you can see on their website, they have a lot of options. They have locations around the world, so make sure you take a moment to look at their website and see houses that are in the locations that you're thinking of. You can look at the amounts, you can look at off-season rates, busy season rates. Everything is available. Location option number 2, Airbnbs. This is another form of a VRBO, and you can go on their website, take a look. They have locations around the world. They have some of the locations that are highly rated. And with both of these options, you really have the option to buy your own food, a lot of it in bulk, cook it in these places. They have supplies, they have appliances, everything that you need to make your vacation go smooth. And so make sure these are really 2 amazing options that you want to look at. And we've provided all these links in our blog. Our blog is listed in the description box below. And then the next thing that you want to do is look at hostels. Now, hostels are an amazing cheap option. You want to go on the web and check this particular website. It has a listing of hostels around the world, highly rated ones. Many people have used, and you can read their reviews. Now, another thing, this is the hostels are a great option because a lot of them you can work and stay there for free. You can offer, you can be a receptionist. You can do little things to earn your stay. You can actually stay for free, guys. So make sure you look at that option. And then they also offer food for free. A lot of the hostels may offer breakfast for free. And you know what that means, right? You only have to think about 1 or 2 other meals. So it saves you a lot of money. Now, option number 4 is our favorite Priceline. We have to actually do a separate blog about Priceline because there's no way that we can break it all down here. And make sure you look at our website again. We've put a lot of information there. So with Priceline, you want to bid on hotels or use their express deals. Now when you bid on a hotel, you put the amount of money you want to stay, and then you choose like the star rating of the hotel and things like that. They will not tell you which exact hotel. There are tricks for you to know exactly which hotel you're going to get, or at least a selection of the hotels that you're going to get. So make sure you check out our next couple of blogs and vlogs, and we'll be able to break ways of how you can get to know this. I mean, there's so many tricks, but guys, we have stayed at amazing hotels because of Priceline, because we knew how to be smart with how we were booking our stays. So you want to go into Priceline, you want to bid on hotels, you want to take express deals depending on which one is better at that time, and then they will let you know whether they've accepted your deal. Okay, we'll tell you one trick though. One trick with Priceline is that you want to book later on in the day, so when you've reached your destination, and that way there's a very low chance that they will refuse your offer, because they have all these empty rooms and they're gonna lose out anyway. So they'll actually accept the offer that you put in if you go about it in a smart way. That's one thing that you want to do. So yes, Priceline has a lot of amazing options, and we've stayed at really exclusive hotels at a very low price because of using Priceline the right way. So make sure you stay tuned and see the details that we have outlined for you in the next couple of vlogs. Now, another thing that you want to do is check whether some of these places will give you even extra discounts if you're members of certain organizations, whether you're a member of AAA. So you want to make sure that you check with them and see if you can get even more of a deal by having some sort of membership that you already have. Guys, Priceline is a game changer, no jokes. You will want to know exactly how to use Priceline the right way. We have actually stayed at really amazing hotels for like 30 something, 40 something dollars. These are hotels that charge like $100 and something per night. We're gonna share all those details with you. Another thing that we've already mentioned is that maybe you should travel with a group. Maybe ask a couple of family members whether they'd like to go on a trip. People that you get along with. You don't want to start asking everybody and then end up going on trips and having the worst time because you didn't pick your trip mates carefully. It's true, we have to be realistic. You don't want to be traveling with people who are going to stress you out. So make sure that you check with some family members or maybe some friends who might want to travel and see whether you can work towards a trip goal together. And one thing, and that way you can keep each other accountable, right? You're checking on each other on a weekly basis, on a bi-weekly basis, to see whether everybody's contributing, everybody's working towards the goal, and that you're all on track towards your trip. There are a lot of online groups out there, tour groups. You might want to check those out, or you can also travel with your church or your congregation if you're part of that type of entity, and they usually have very discounted trips. So that's something that you might want to check with somebody, whether it's the pastor of the congregation, whether they have any trips available that are coming up, and mission trips as well, because those trips can really be so meaningful, and you're helping people while seeing a new location, a new country, meeting new types of people, learning new languages. So guys, there's so many ways that you can travel. If you've selected traveling by road as an option, you want to stock up, right? So you want to buy like a 40 pack of water or a 35 pack of water, and that you can get that at a cheaper price, rather than, oh my goodness, we're so thirsty, let's stop for lunch. Oh my goodness, the vending machine, one bottle of water is $3, or it's this amount of money, or the restaurant is charging this much, the gas station is charging this much for a bottle. Instead of, you could have spent the same amount of money, let's say $3, to get a 35 or a 40 pack of water. Or go to places like Costco, make sure you stock up on medication, on allergy medication, and you're doing this in advance, guys. And by advance, we mean like weeks or months before, so that you're not really feeling the pinch closer to the times. Make sure that you do that with paper towels, napkins, snacks, things that, you know, will keep you going and will make your trip less stressful. You know, you'll spend whatever it is that you planned for, rather than more money out of your pocket. This option is a huge one, guys. I do it every time that we have to travel. I'm always planning weeks and months ahead of time, purchasing things and weeks and months ahead of time, so that I don't feel all that financial pressure at once. The next thing is check if you have any family, any friends, maybe your co-workers, family or friends in the choice destination that you select. So this also helps you save big time, because if they have a house and they're willing to host you, or they know some really cheap places, this is this can save you so much money. The next couple of tips are also really helpful before we get to the really exciting portion. When you're eating out there, especially if you're doing a road trip, make sure that you're purchasing from supermarkets. So you can buy these huge, long sandwiches for like $6 and you can feed 4 to 5 people. We've seen them, guys, for only $6, an entire meal for all of you, because you already have the water from the huge water pack that you've bought. So you have snacks and so you're not worrying about that. So you're only spending $6 for 4 to 5 people. That's amazing, guys, instead of maybe $50, $60, $70, whatever amount it is in your currency wherever you are around the world. So these are really clever ways to go about things, right? So shop from the deli section of the supermarket, where you can buy sandwiches, and a lot of the supermarkets also have microwaves and things. So if you buy, let's say, something cold at a really cheap price, you can warm it in their microwave, which is a great option. The next tip is to make sure that you're bidding on hotels, and they will tell you, it will show you little symbols of things, like rooming and breakfast and gym and pools. It will show you which hotels have what. So make sure that you're bidding on hotels and selecting hostels that offer at least one free meal a day. So like breakfast is the most offered free food. So make sure you're selecting those when you're doing your biddings for hotels or hostels. If you're doing a VRBO, it's even better because you can buy your own food in bulk and just carry bread, carry whatever you need, and just eat from home. It's literally a home away from home. In fact, one of the websites for VRBOs is Home Away. Make sure you check that one out as well. Travel off season. A lot of times people want to travel when other people are traveling, but it can really be a great experience for you guys to travel off season. It's much, much cheaper. A lot of the transportation, whether it's airfares and all of the lodging, hotels, they'll offer much lower prices. So imagine couple those lower prices with the tips that we're giving you in terms of bidding and finding cheap lodgings, and you will save a significant amount of money. It's amazing, guys. You will not even believe how cheap it is to travel. If you have a credit card or you're thinking of getting one, if that's an option, if you're somebody who's has that financial option, make sure you select a credit card that has rewards, because a lot of these rewards will help you in paying for your trip. So you can use a lot of points. Maybe the trip costs X amount of money. Use the points to cut that in half, and you only pay for the other half. It's amazing. And also sign up for rewards with airlines and other entities that offer rewards like hotels, because you build up points that end up paying for your trip, sometimes your entire trip. That has happened to me. So make sure you do that as well. Another thing is try to walk to places and using local transportation, because you get to interact with the local people. You get to learn about gems that are hidden in the city, and you get to meet some really amazing individuals and families and people out there. So make sure you're taking advantage of that, guys. It's really a great way to make your experience so much more meaningful. You can also save a lot of money by eating local cuisine and local foods, and using maybe those street foods. There's some that are so amazing, and you want to talk with the people that you meet about what are the best locations to eat local food, who can we trust, things like that. And the more relationships you form, the better, because those people will be willing to help you, especially if you're a return guest, right? And you keep on going back to the same location because it was so wonderful. So make sure you build those relationships, because guys, that's what life is about. Life is about building relationships and experiences and sharing things. Okay, guys, this is one of the tricks that I was saying was really valuable. You want to make sure that you're using either different phones or different computers, or if you're using the same computer, try to use incognito pages. You must be wondering, why, Evie, why? Well, the reason why is because if you use an incognito page, then the website will never remember the kind of deals that it gave you in the past. So it's more willing to give you newer deals if you use incognito pages. So on our website, we've shown things that we've discovered just by walking, in the communities and places, and go to museums that are free. Guys, make your experience amazing. Travel, experience everything that you can while you're out there. We've put up a lot of pictures of things that we found. There's this really cool house that we found. It has statues outside, this robotic type of statues, and it was because the boy who used to live there, he's now an adult, built these statues, and now people walk there and they love it. This is where it gets real, guys. Let's say you don't have any money. Let's say your budget is just too tight, maybe you're living paycheck to paycheck, and there's just no way that you have any wiggle room for trips. We have options for you. One of those options is find some way to earn some extra income, guys, these days it's not hard, and we've outlined a way that you can do that on our website. Make sure you check out our article because we've outlined a way that you can make some extra income very easily. Another option is ask. Just ask. You know, let friends, family members, people know that you've always dreamed of taking a trip and you don't know how you're going to do it, but you kind of need their help to do it, guys. I know asking is really hard, but you can do it. We have asked things, and thank goodness we've been able to be blessed with some of those things. And sometimes, yes, you feel sad, you feel ashamed, but do not feel ashamed, guys. Just ask. You might never know who might be willing to fund your trip. Now, this one is pretty good. Create a registry. So let's say you're about to get married, you're about to graduate, you're about to a birthday, or it's Christmas, or you know, whatever, you're about to have a baby, maybe you can take a baby moon. Create a registry. Use websites like Travel Registry. Use websites like Zola to really look at how other people can fund your trip. We had friends who did this for their wedding, and they got to take the trip of a lifetime, guys. They got to go on a honeymoon of a lifetime. I mean, it was incredible. And this website, you go there, you check, you know, you can break it down. You can have sections where people can contribute towards airfares. You can create your own cash fund, or use the cash fund ideas that they've created already on the website. Maybe you want to create an experience on top of a trip. So let's say you have a section where people can contribute towards an airfare. Once somebody buys that, let's say $100, or if it's lodging, let's say somebody buys you $100 or $50 worth of an Airbnb stay. Maybe somebody else buys you another $100. Maybe somebody else buys you another $100, or a couple. You can also buy experiences whereby you can buy wine tasting. You are going on a cruise. You can go beer tasting if that's your thing. Massage, whether you're by yourself or with your husband or your wife or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your partner. People can buy experiences for you. So make sure you check those out, guys, and voila, at the end of it all you have to do is use all those to pay for your trip. People have already purchased everything for you. If it's an elf type of thing, an elf gifting system, or a wedding registry, or a birthday registry, or a newborn registry. A lot of these places you can even get a gift card for a date night. I mean, people can contribute towards everything and anything in your registry. A photo session when you're on vacation. There's so many options. Make sure you check each and every one of them out, guys. There's so many possibilities. So as you can see, it is so possible to travel on a budget. So make sure you get accountability buddies or a group, and you can hold each other accountable. Do you know that there are places that offer holiday visas? You can actually get a holiday visa to travel, and you can also get a work opportunity to travel, and just for staying, right? So you can be a receptionist, just exchange a few weeks or whatever to be a receptionist in a new place and get to explore it. Or there's so many other options in terms of work opportunities for travel, work exchange programs. Do you know you can participate in a student exchange program if that's something that applies to you? You get to see a new place while you get to learn. Guys, there's so many cool ways to experience new places, so make sure you're taking advantage of each one. Now we're going to be working with a lot of organizations, hotels, travel organizations, to get you guys great deals. So make sure you're always checking our coupons page on our website, www.parentsofdragons.com. Make sure you're always checking out our giveaways page, and that's the last thing that I want to end this with. So on our giveaways page, we work with a lot of people, a lot of organizations to get you guys cash prizes. There's a worldwide cash giveaway, or a worldwide gift card giveaway, or a hotel stay giveaway. You can apply to a hotel stay or anywhere around the world. So guys, make sure that you also, once again, remember to go to our website to get even more details than the ones that we're outlining here. How you can plan for the trip of your dreams. Or maybe you can have many dreams, trip dreams, right? Dream trips. Maybe you can have many dream trips, and you plan for each one slowly, start slowly and build up. We hope that we have provided a lot of helpful information for all of you as you're thinking about, can I also get a chance to travel? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And we've provided a lot of ways for you to do so. go on our website to find out more ways. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this segment, and we hope that you're having a wonderful day wherever you are around the world. Don't forget to look at our epic cross-country road trip to Las Vegas and California. We'll leave the link down below, and we'll also leave a link at the end of this video. A lot of factors work together to make that a reality for us, for which we're very grateful. So make sure you look at that as a source of inspiration for you, knowing that even though we didn't have a lot of funds, we were still able to take that trip. And that's our job, guys. Our job is to provide a lot of helpful information for you, to share what we have with all of you. Even if we don't know you, as you know, that's what our giveaways page is about. We may not know you personally at this point. We still want to provide experiences and help people everywhere around the world. And this is just one way that we're looking to do so. We will do as much as we can. So thank you guys so much. We look forward to seeing you in the next vlog. Make sure you become part of our family if you feel as though we are the right fit for you and your viewing pleasure.